Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of Shri Rama Bharti Public School. This is Natasha here and I will be explaining social science topics. Have you ever wondered what is there inside the earth? We all know what is there on the earth's surface as we can all see it. We can all see the physical features, the mountains, plains, plateaus, water bodies. But since no one has ever been to the interior of the earth, what does the interior of earth actually look like? Let's try to find out through this lesson. So in this topic, we will discuss about the interior of the earth. Our planet Earth is very complex from the interior. Since no one has nor can ever reach the interior of the earth, the interior can be understood only by certain indirect evidences like mining, gravitation, and seismic activities. Now, first of all, what is mining? Mining is the process of digging things out of the ground. Any material that cannot be grown on the land, it is mined from the ground. And mining things from the ground is called extraction. Mining can include extraction of metals and minerals. Minerals like coal, diamond, gold, silver, platinum, copper, tin, iron, etc. Now, our next indirect evidence is gravitation. Gravitation is the attractive force existing between any two objects that have mass. And the force of gravitation pulls objects together. And Earth has the gravitational force that attracts bodies towards it. Seismic activity. Now, seismic activity is defined as the types, frequency, and size of earthquakes that happen over a period of time in a certain area. An example of seismic activity is how often earthquakes occur in the northern area of India. So all we know about the interior of the earth is through these indirect sources like mining, gravitation, and seismic activities. So through these indirect sources, we got to know that Earth is made up of 3 layers. Like an onion, Earth is made up of several concentric layers, one after another, from the surface till the core. And the 3 layers of the Earth are crust, mantle, and core. Now try relating it with a boiled egg. A boiled egg has 3 layers too. The innermost yellow layer is called yolk. The yolk is covered by white albumin, and further the outermost layer is of calcium, which you peel off. Similarly, the outermost layer of the earth is called crust. The layer beneath the crust is called mantle, and further the innermost layer of the earth is called core. So through this we know the 3 layers of the earth are crust, mantle, and core. Now let's try to understand all the 3 layers one by one. We will start with the outermost or the uppermost layer of the earth. The uppermost solid layer of the Earth's surface is called crust. It is the thinnest of all layers and least dense of all layers as well. The thickness of the crust varies under the oceanic crust and the continental crust. The oceanic crust is thinner as compared to the continental crust. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses, whereas it is only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. Now, in areas of major mountain systems, the continental crust is found to be even thicker. For example, it is about 70 kilometers thick in the Himalayan region. As we move towards the core, the density increases. So, the core of the Earth has the highest density, whereas the uppermost layer called crust has the lowest density. And since continental crust is about 35 kilometers thick and oceanic crust is about 5 kilometers thick, oceanic crust is thinner as compared to the continental crust. Now, the crust is further divided into two layers, that is Sial and Sima. Now, the main mineral constituents of the continental crust are silica and alumina. So basically, the continental crust is composed of silica and alumina called Sial when combined. Whereas the main mineral constituents of oceanic crust are silica and magnesium. In short, oceanic crust is composed of silica and magnesium called Sima when combined. So we can say that the upper layer of the earth called crust is composed of Sial plus Sima. So now let's just revise this topic, crust. Crust is basically the outermost or the uppermost layer of the earth. It is solid in nature. It is basically the uppermost layer of the earth. Its average thickness is about 35 kilometers and it is of two kinds, continental crust and oceanic crust. Continental crust is the simple landmass present on the Earth's surface, whereas oceanic crust is the land beneath the ocean or the ocean floor. So continental crust is around 20 to 90 kilometers thick and it is known as Sial. Sial as in silica plus alumina. It contains older rocks and is less dense than oceanic crust. Whereas oceanic crust is around 5 to 10 kilometers thick and it is known as Sima. Sima as in silica and magnesium. It consists of younger rocks and it is more dense than crust. Now, the layer beneath the crust is called mantle. Mantle extends up to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust. It is present just beneath the crust and it has higher density than crust because as we move from surface towards the core, the density increases. I'll repeat again, as we move from the crust towards the core, the density increases. So the core of Earth has the highest density while the crust has the lowest density. Now mantle is further divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. The upper mantle contains a weaker zone called asthenosphere that extends up to 400 kilometers, from which the molten rock material called magma find its way out to the surface during volcanic activity. So in short, mantle is a semi-solid layer present beneath the crust which consists of magma. Mantle is present in molten state and consists of magma that finds its way out during volcanic activity in the form of lava. I'll repeat again. Mantle is the layer that is present just beneath the crust and it is present in molten state and consists of magma. It extends up to a depth of 2,900 kilometers below the crust and it is further divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. The upper mantle consists of a zone called asthenosphere from which the molten rock material called magma find its way out to the surface during volcanic activity in the form of lava. Next comes the innermost layer of the earth, that is core. This layer is the thickest of all layers. The core is further subdivided into outer core and inner core. The outer core is in liquid state, whereas the inner core is solid and its mass is very dense. It has very high temperature and pressure. Now the average thickness of core is about 3,500 kilometers and thus its radius is about 3,500 kilometers. The core is mainly made up of very heavy materials like nickel and iron, and it is sometimes referred to as the layer of nickel and iron. So we have covered the three layers of the earth in this topic. We will further cover the composition of crust in the next part of this topic. So stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good day.